Some of you have seen it, and some of you haven't. But today is the day for the van tour. Let's go check it out. Inside and outside, all the toys. It's gonna be a good one. Let's go. Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm the owner of a 2001 Chevy Astro van. Now, what's cool about this one, unfortunately, I did not build this, but a company called Provan did, and they called it the Tiger GT. Now, this is a V6 engine, so it gets really good mileage on the highways and things, but it's also all-wheel drive, so I can take it up some trails, which hopefully you've been watching some videos, or you will see the videos to come in the future, that this thing can go a lot of places. Now, it's about 16 feet long, so even in most RV campsites, I'm good to go. And before I put the boxes on the top, I could fit into any garage that I needed to. As I mentioned, we added boxes to the top of the van, and that made it so the roof was actually too heavy to lift, but necessary to keep all the gear. We'll get up there in a second. But you'll see that we actually added gas struts to both the front and the back of the car. These are 60-pound struts each, and on the back we have 80-pound struts. And that literally just helps me raise and lower the roof, which once you've undone all the clips on the outside, then you just push up. There's this little silver bar here. Grab it with one hand, push the ceiling with the other. While you're pushing forward, you're pushing up. That's all. And at a certain point, it gets real easy. Push that into place, and then you snap this little button. Snap the button. Now, the other side's already trying to raise up because of those gas struts, so again, not a lot of effort, just push and then push this at an angle, and eventually you can just push right here. It looks hard, but it's just slow, and so then I can just put that up. Good to go. From this angle, you can see the color of the body, and I love it. It's a custom wrap from the previous owner, but I think they did a pretty dang good job. Underneath the van, we've got a 7-pound liquid propane tank. It's protected by a steel shelf, and I have heard plenty of rocks hit that, so I'm glad I have it. Then I've got controls for my refrigerator. I've got water heater, exhaust, shore power, so when I want to plug into, RV parks or homes with a little adapter, city water, and then last but not least, got a little gas tank there. Let's go around the back. So at the back, of course, we've got a bike rack. Sweet, I love this bike rack. It is so sturdy for all the off-road trails, and yes, the bike wiggles a little bit, but never touches the car. So much better than my last one. I've got all my vintage lights, so I love being able to see these, but I've got some extra trailer lights just in case any coppers want to say, can't see them. I got extras. I've got a ladder on the back, which we're going to use in a moment here. But little Amazon ladder lets you get to the top. Now, we'll go up there in a second. But on the other side, you'll see that I have an air conditioner. So when I go to those super hot and humid places like Florida and South Carolina and stuff, I'll have some AC when I'm there. And I also have a water port on the back, so I can hook up a little spigot faucet deal and spray off the feet if they've gotten dirty, or take an outdoor shower if I wanted to. But let's check out the top. Okay, so up here we have two Roam cases. These are the 95-liter boxes. Over here we've got my fun things like the canopy for the top. I've got a boat. I've got a slack line. All sorts of fun little toys in this one. Over on that one, you've got all the maintenance things like tire irons and drills and tools and things like that. We've got my traction board, so if I get stuck in any sandy places, I will be able to use these to get out. I have 4 of them just in case. And then I've got a little wood basket back there, so when I collect wood or buy wood, I can throw it up there, strap it all down, take it to the campsite. But if you notice, this has something other Astro Tiger GTs do not. I have a roof rack. Crazy thing about this roof rack, it is all 3D printed, all the mounts. The bars, those are aluminum extrusions. So they use T-slots to keep everything in place. But everything else is 3D printed and holding up in the sun, holding up in the weather, the rain. They've been amazing. So pretty awesome up here. This saved me a lot of space down inside. So anyway, we've got some things to show you on the outside of the van. So let's go look at those last few things. So the last couple of little things on the outside, we've got water tank, so filling up the fresh water tank if we need to. This little guy is new. That is an Ethernet port, so I can hook up the Starlink whenever I want to have internet. It's amazing. I just plug it into there, and then we'll talk about the switches, but turn a switch on inside, good to go. And then this one right above this, that is my solar hookup. So I don't have anything on the roof. I don't know if I will. It's pretty heavy. So I have a foldable one that I just plug into here and start to get juice from that. Now, down here, I've also got one of my lithium batteries. So I just replaced the old deep cell in here, but I also have a second battery I'll show you inside, but this is to access the first one at least. Cool, let's go inside. So when you first come into the van, something I get a lot of comments on is how I've used these broom holders as shoe holders. So normally these would mount sideways and then you'd put a broom in and it would hold that broom. But now I just lift that up, put my shoe in, let go. And even on the off-roading trails and all that, nothing's moving around. And I got all my shoes there. It's great. Now, as you can see, I have kept a lot of the original upholstery. I love it. I like the vintage look of it, but also it is so comfortable. This chair is so squishy and so plush. It is easy to fall asleep with the breeze coming through, windows open. But this is where I'll work on my computer. I'll have my iPad here, maybe even a game controller or something like that, and be able to use this as like a lounging area, I guess. That's what I've deemed it, at least. I love this swivel chair. If you missed my first video, I made this stair so you can get up into the bed. And the trash can has been working great. The recycling bin has been working great. Obviously you can see that I'm actually using my towels and things, but again, it lets me get up getting in to the bed. Super easy. And then getting down, just the same. Super cool like that. Now, when I need to get into my fridge, I do have to move it out of the way. So I'm just gonna move it real quick. And here we have the solar panel. So I just unclip that one once, pull this out, and now I've got my solar panel. And then when I want to get into my fridge, super easy, super simple. It's the one that came with it. You can see I've got a lot of food in there. Beer, cider, hot sauces, yogurt. I even have a pretty large freezer, so I have ice cream bars. As well as meatballs, all that good stuff. But yeah, I love this fridge. I don't understand why people replace it. I really don't. But you can run it off of propane, you can run it off of DC, AC, and obviously you can lock it when you are going on the trails and things. So yeah, love that little fridge. Up here is my wonderful bed. This is where I sleep most nights, except the other night I lowered the top because it was so damn windy and I could see the roof kind of flexing a little bit. So I just figured, play it safe, lower the roof, sleep on the bed down here. Maybe I'll show you how that comes out. But yeah, super nice and comfy. I've got all these vents I can open up so I can just have fresh air flowing. I even have some lights, which actually, let's get to the switches. Over here, we've got 4 different switches. I can turn on the Starlink. I can turn on the AC. I can turn on the inverter. And last but not least, I can turn on the lights. Now, I've got a dimmer above the bed, so if I want to read or things like that, I can change how that feels. But it's just awesome being able to lay up in bed, not have to remember a light that I forgot about over there, and have to get out of bed and go turn it off. I just flip that switch, and I'm good to go. Okay, kitchen area. I, of course, have a double sink. Over here, I've actually got a nice cutting board that I can just wash off and then just put right back into place. I've got a little soaking bucket if I need to use that, even outside. My little mascot, don't hate me because I'm a little cooler. Anyway, then I also have a dual burner, and that is awesome to have 2 of those. I've got a vent and light up here. So that's what goes outside. Up top, I finished a lot of my food recently, so don't worry, I'm not starving. But this is where I normally keep like canned goods, shots, tuna. Over on this side, I've got just extra snacks and things. Down here, medical things, contact stuff, whatever. And then we've got our normal drawers, junk drawer. It's got all my silverware and stuff in it. Yeah, even spices, all that good stuff. Down here, more of a junk drawer. I've got cards, shot glasses, dice. So if I do ever hang out with people out here, come hang out if you want to. We can go into that drawer and play with some fun games. And then down here at the bottom, I've got all my silverware and dishes and things like that. But something I love about these is they're actually magnetic. So these little deals just hook together and then it all goes like that. But then when you have a plate, you can even magnetize them to the sides and they won't go anywhere. Isn't that cool? So, yeah, Windsor, full Windsor, pretty awesome brand. Check them out. Not sponsored, but would love to be because I love this stuff. Okay, then underneath there, pots, pans, water kettles for tea and things like that, so I don't have to use propane. But that's the kitchen area. The kitchen is also in combination with my dresser. I mean, my closet. So inside of here, we've got socks up top, boxers, shirts and long sleeves. Down below, shorts and extra shorts, like bathing suits and biking padded, you know, booty shorts and all that good stuff. But it fits everything I need, which is kind of crazy. Except for obviously my coats. So all my coats hang on my door. I can kind of pick what I want. If I need super puffy and warm, I've got that. If I need just a light layer, I've got some of those too. But behind that door is the bathroom. So inside the bathroom, I've got a toilet. It's wonderful. I couldn't imagine not having it. Yeah, I don't get why people remove that either. Then I've got my shower head, all that good stuff. And if you look around the edge, there's also a misting system that I installed, but it's been okay. So I'm going back to the shower head to make life easy. But yeah, that's the bathroom. Here's the second battery, as well as my DC charger. So while the car's driving, I'm charging both of my batteries, which has been amazing. And then I've got a Noco Genius. So because I have lithium now instead of nickel metal hydride or something like that, I can go up to 14 volts, I think. So I needed that because the car would only go up to 13.3, so these would never get to 100%. And then on the back side, let's see, back there, that is my inverter, and down there is my little water pump. So yeah, my electrical place, you know, that thing. So this is kind of the living room, kitchen table, whatever you want to call it. But in here, I've got things like blinds I can put up and down. So that's obviously with the original. And then I've got some blinds here that I made. So I can just kind of put those down, get some more privacy and everything in this little area. But yeah, really comfy, newly upholstered cushions and things. And you can also convert it into a bed, like this. Yeah, like that. But still pretty big. Still just chill. Set up some cushions, like that one. Ugh. Ugh. And then yeah, reading a book, playing a game, watching a movie, whatever you got. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, now we're going to put the roof down. So I undo this little latch, and then I don't even have to put my hand on the ceiling anymore. I just grab this little ledge, and then I slowly just pull it down, let those gas struts push it out a little bit, and then I just push back here a little bit more. So that's the back side. So now the bed half, I undo this little snap, and then I just pull this. Again, same thing. I don't even have to like hold the roof at all. So I just pull this, and then it kind of takes a second, and then I pull it again. Takes a second, pull, pull. So now we're down. And that's it. All the clips, all the snaps, all the gas struts, and then you're ready to go. But that's my van tour. I hope you love it. I do. Kind of have to. It's my house. But there's more to show you. So Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit that like button if you like the van or like the video style or anything like that. But otherwise, welcome to my adventure. Let's do this. Peace.